Modern life rewards attention, noise, speed, reaction. Everything competes to be seen. Elegance moves differently. It does not chase attention, it creates presence. Because real elegance has very little to do with clothing and everything to do with behavior. The way someone speaks, the way they listen, the way they enter a room. Elegant people understand something most people forget. Presence is felt long before it is explained. Elegance is not performance, it is control. Rule number 1. Elegance is attention to detail. Elegance is rarely created through large gestures. It is usually built through small details. The details most people ignore. Clean shoes, an organized space, a calm tone of voice, the way someone places a glass on a table. Elegant people understand that refinement lives in precision, not perfection. Precision. Because attention to detail communicates presence. Someone who notices small things often appears more composed, more intentional, more disciplined. Imagine entering 2 restaurants. The first is expensive, loud, and crowded. Everything tries to impress you immediately. The second is quieter, soft lighting, calm music, attentive service. Nothing feels excessive, but everything feels intentional. Most people remember the second experience longer, not because it was louder, but because it was thoughtful. That is elegance. Even in conversation, detail matters. Remembering someone's name, listening carefully, speaking clearly instead of loudly. These things appear small, but small details repeated consistently become identity. Because elegance is often invisible discipline, and while people may not consciously notice every detail, they always feel them. Rule number 2. Elegance is emotional control. Nothing destroys elegance faster than emotional instability, anger, impulsiveness, the need to react immediately. Modern life rewards emotional display. Elegant people, they move differently. They understand that composure is power, not because they feel less emotion, but because they control how emotion is expressed. Anyone can appear calm when life is easy. Elegance becomes visible under pressure. 2 people receive criticism. The first interrupts immediately, raises their voice, becomes defensive. The second listens calmly, pauses before responding. Most people naturally trust the second person more because composure creates psychological stability. Elegant people understand that temporary emotion should never control permanent behavior. One impulsive reaction can damage relationships, opportunities, and reputation. Sometimes silence becomes more powerful than reaction. A calm response during tension can change the entire atmosphere of a room because composure influences people, and people trust stability. Elegance is not coldness, it is emotional discipline, the ability to remain deliberate even under pressure. Rule number 3. Elegance is selective. Now, elegant people are selective with attention, selective with time, relationships, environments, words, and energy. Modern life encourages constant participation, constant visibility, constant response, and constant exposure. But elegance understands restraint. Not every invitation deserves a yes, not every disagreement deserves an argument, and not every opinion deserves a response. Thoughtful selection creates clarity, and clarity creates calm. Imagine 2 people. One says yes to everything, every event, every conversation, and every distraction. The other chooses carefully where they go and who they spend time with. Over time, the second person often appears more grounded, more composed, and more refined. Because elegance is not created through excess participation. It is created through intention. Elegant people protect their atmosphere carefully, because atmosphere shapes behavior, and behavior shapes identity. Rule number 4. Elegance is self-respect. Elegance begins long before appearance. It begins with self-respect. The way someone treats their time, their body, their standards, their environment. People who respect themselves move differently through life. They do not constantly seek validation. They do not abandon their standards for attention. They do not tolerate chaos easily. Self-respect becomes visible in small behaviors. Arriving on time, keeping promises to yourself, caring for your environment, remaining composed even when nobody's watching. 2 people enter the same room. One is loud and careless, constantly trying to be noticed. The second is calm, prepared, present. Nothing about them feels forced. Yet people naturally respect them more. Because elegance is not only visual, it is energetic. and self-respect changes energy. Elegant people understand that discipline is a form of self-respect. Clean environments, controlled behavior, healthy routines. These things quietly shape identity over time because the way you treat yourself teaches people how to treat you. Real elegance is not pretending to be superior. It is behaving as tough your life deserves care, especially in private. Now, elegance has never been about wealth or status. The most elegant people are often the least performative. They do not need constant attention to feel valuable. They move carefully, speak intentionally, understand restraint in a world addicted to noise, speed, and visibility. Elegance becomes rare, and rarity creates presence. Perhaps that is why truly elegant people are remembered differently. Not because they demanded attention, but because they changed the atmosphere around them. Quietly. Le cercle, the art of living well together.